Today I want to talk about, fitness, health and fitness, energy, how we can make a change to our bodies, to our characters, to our minds, and it's something I'm really passionate about, and I've found in Saudi actually since being here.
Brilliant. This is a great case study for anybody in Saudi Arabia as to how they can improve their fitness and lifestyle whilst here. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself, what you do in Saudi, and then perhaps go on to tell us about your how you found KSA, why you enjoy living here?
Yeah, definitely. So I've been in Saudi for about 2.5 years, working as a structural engineer. It's been an amazing journey for me. I came mainly for my career, and I've really, been blessed to have had such an amazing time meeting really interesting people, gaining an appreciation of Islam, and experiencing
what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
On a day-to-day basis, I'm a structural engineer, designing buildings, supervising construction. One of the projects I'm supervising is the construction of a huge sports complex for King Saud University.
Can you tell us about this complex?
Yeah, definitely. It's state-of-the-art. It will be finished in about 1.5 years, and it's being built by the Saudi Bin Laden Group. My company, we're the designers, and we designed it in the UK, and we're currently going through construction. And when that's complete, it will be one of the best sports facilities in Saudi Arabia, if not the Middle East.
Yeah, now this is brilliant news, and I only found out this today actually from Phil himself as an engineer on the project. Saudi Arabia, which has already got good sporting facilities, particularly given that Saudis are quite new to sort of organise team sports outside of football, is building this fantastic centre down at King Saud University, which is going to house Olympic swimming pools and is really going to improve the participation opportunity for Saudis in sport in the future, I believe. Absolutely. But Phil, tell us a bit more about yourself, and tell us a bit more about why you love health and fitness, and what you do in the health and fitness and sporting sector.
Yeah, definitely. So, as I said, I work as a structural engineer day to day, but every evening I try and work out. And I'll tell you why. I mean, growing up in the UK, I was the same as most teenagers, a bit lazy, eating bad food, and all of that. And when I came to Saudi, I decided, I wanted to make a change. And it's a great place. As you said, it's got some amazing sports facilities, and here we have the time to work out. I found fitness to be a great way to relax, and it's developed so many other areas of my life. My confidence in my job, and it's really been great.
Well, no, this is fantastic to hear, and this is really the message that we're trying to get out to the viewers of our sport and exercise segment. When we're not talking about sports that happen around the world at international level, we love to hear the stories of people whose lives have been changed by their relationship with fitness. So perhaps you can tell us a bit, Phil, about your journey from arriving in Saudi 2.5 years ago to where you are today. You mentioned that back when you were a teenager, you were perhaps a bit lazy in your habits, but how about in terms of 2.5 years ago to today, what's changed whilst you've been here?
Absolutely. Okay, so I've more or less stayed the same weight as I arrived. However, I've converted fat to muscle, and that's been a really steady process. It's required a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication. Nothing in life is easy, and you've really got to put energy into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I've found is going to the gym, you're put off by it sometimes. You've got no energy, you're a bit tired. But what I've found is if you get to the gym and you work out for an hour or so, and what I found to be really beneficial are classes, because you're in a team, and the coaches are really great, and you improve your endurance, your flexibility, your strength, and it's it's fantastic.
So what do you do then, sports-wise, to stay fit, Phil? I mean, Phil's mentioned to me earlier, and we're going to discuss it now quickly, that he's running the London Marathon in April time, which is going to be his first marathon, I believe, so he's sort of new to marathon running. But aside from the running, what do you actually do to stay fit? What do you do when you're in the gym or elsewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. So 3 times a week I'll do a program by Les Mills, which is called Body Pump.
Brilliant. Can anybody do this?
Anybody can do it. It's fantastic. It works by going through all your core areas, There's about 10 songs, and you work out to music with an instructor, and you set your own weights, set your own targets, and it's by far, for me, the best way to tone your body. And it works a different type of muscle than just doing really heavy weights.
Yeah.
It works a muscle which basically improves endurance. And it's a great way to lose fat and convert that to muscle. So I do that 3 times a
So
week.
the body pump and running, what else do you do?
I also do abs, and I used to do personal training
Right.
with my instructor, and that was really good to learn technique, because you need to be safe and you don't want injuries.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also do yoga and stretching, and all of that.
So perhaps you can give us then, Phil, some pieces of advice, some tips for people who, like yourself 2.5 years ago or going back a decade,
Yeah.
find it hard to get started into a fitness regime.
Yeah.
How can they get started in a fitness regime? Where do they go? Where do they find this motivation?
Okay, so as with anything, if you do something, for 60, I think it's 60 days,
Right.
it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Once you're past that and you're focused on it, you've really got to make a change in your mind and think to yourself, right, I'm improving my life, I'm improving my health, and it's going to affect all areas of my life.
Yeah.
And with that dedication, you will succeed. But small steps, so changing the way you eat,
Yeah.
eating 5 smaller meals a day,
Okay.
will really, give you the energy to work out harder. Making sure you have the right vitamins, and just basically staying focused.
Brilliant. Tell us about the importance of setting targets. You mentioned earlier to me, and all sports people know that it's important to set targets in any sort of domain of life. But how about in a sporting sense? What kind of targets can you set if you're new to exercising, and if you're new to sport in general? Or even if you've got a bit of experience but you want to get fitter, stronger, healthier?
Yeah, absolutely. Targets are very important. That can be either setting weight loss targets,
Yeah.
or it could be to go to the gym twice a week. Start small, make it simple, and try and have fun. My target has been to run the London Marathon, as you said, and that's for a charity. And with that goal in my mind, it's sort of planned my whole training regime.
Yeah.
And you set small little targets, like 1 week I'll set my weights quite low, and then I'll try and improve that gradually through time.
Yeah.
So step by step.
How about the concept, Phil, of exercising at home? Obviously, for some sighted people, male and female, there are certain barriers to exercising in gym, and it's also difficult in the summer, in this country, in summer, to exercise in public because of the soaring temperatures. So, how can people exercise at home?
Definitely. I mean, there's so many DVDs, so many YouTube clips you can watch, and you don't need equipment. You can use your own body weight. I mean, if you look at Usher, for example, the singer,
Yes.
he doesn't use any fitness equipment apart from his own body weight
Right.
and an empty room.
So resistance activities.
Yeah, using your own body weight.
Okay, great. Phil, we haven't got very long left. Can you perhaps give us a final thought and a final kind of motivational motif
Yeah.
for the viewers tonight?
I mean, one of the sort of quotes that I love, I think about as I work out is, you've only got 3 options in life and in fitness, and that's either to give up,
Yeah.
to give in, or to give it your all. You've really got to be dedicated, and if you've made the decision and to change your life and you're committed to that, you will succeed. And the last bit of advice is, working out will never become easier. It's not an easy thing to do, but you get stronger.
Yeah.
And that's the end goal. You have to really focus on that.
No, well, that's a very nice motif, as Phil said, to give up, to give in, or to give it your all. And we firmly encourage everybody to give it their all in every sort of aspect of their life, but particularly in the sporting sense. If you're going through a period of low motivation, get back into it, give it your all, do what you can. Phil said you get stronger and stronger and stronger, you get fitter and fitter and fitter. This should be a lifestyle change that you make, not merely a short-term thing. We'll wrap up very soon, but I'll just let you know that in the next couple of weeks, I'm looking forward to welcoming Phil's gym instructor, a chap called Hizzy from Palestine, onto the show. He's going to be joining us in either next week or the one after, and we'll perhaps have actually a discussion with Phil and his instructor about Phil's progress. And the gym instructor should be able to give you guys tips at home as to how you can improve your fitness, and perhaps you'll even join our instructor in the gym and get stronger with him. Once you see him and his physique, you'll see what I mean, and you'll probably be inspired to do so. We're going to wrap up for the evening. We'll leave you with another report. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next Tuesday evening. Thanks very much, Phil.
Thank you.